So I have some people around me that tell me, Nick, it's easy to give advice on how to decrease your internet time per week, or phone time, or screen time, whatever you want to call it. It's easy to give out these models and tell people how to decrease your time, but to do it is hard. And of course, it's hard. It's in the beginning, it's really hard. I tell them that just like anything else, just like working out in the beginning, when you've never done it before, it's hard, but you have to start somewhere. The good news is, if you want to go from 50 hours, which is the average nowadays on our phones, down to 12 hours, of course, it takes some willpower in the beginning. Initially, it's going to be boring. If you have offline days throughout the week, which I do, and you have 12 hours instead of 35 that you have to delegate either evenly throughout the week, 2 hours or 1 hour and 45 minutes per day, or be offline every other day, which is what I recommend. Of course, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to have those offline days because your brain is not used to being offline. For somebody who's addicted, your brain has been used to constant stimulus and hyper-stimulus all the time. New information, new games, new sounds, novelty all the time. So I tell them that yes, of course, it's going to be hard to be offline initially. But that's only initially. It only takes, since your brain is so plastic, if you're consistent throughout month 1 or month 2, it'll only take 1 or 2 months before you really get used to being offline and keep your weekly screen time down to 12 hours. It's not as hard as people think. Actually, to be honest, it's easier to have a balanced relationship to your screen and your phone time and to go to the gym, than to have a consistent gym routine. The key is to replace the time that you previously had on your smartphone with high quality analog activities. And what that means is that you have to do something offline, off screen, that is something you really enjoy. So follow your compass. For some people it's playing board games, for others it's reading books, for some other people it's a variety of things. For me, it's a variety of things. I do a lot of different things, a lot of different hobbies. It's all about replacing the time that you previously had online with something that you truly enjoy. And the first 2 months, when you start this journey of balancing your time on the internet and this new lifestyle, of course, your brain will think that those things are boring because it's not used to being offline. You haven't given your brain enough time to be offline. You haven't given your brain enough time to adapt to what is not hyper stimulating. So the initial 2 months, month 1 and month 2, those will be hard. Not very difficult. For me, it was difficult. Everything was boring when I thought, okay, let me start offline days throughout the week, 12 hours, spent throughout the week instead of spending 7 hours every day. It was hard. I have to admit, it was hard. I didn't know what to do with my time offline, and it was really something that I struggled with because I didn't know what analog offline activities, what direction I wanted to take. So for me, it was hard. I struggled. But as you go and you dare to be with the uncomfortable parts of yourself, or uncomfortableness, I don't know if that's a word, but as you dare to be uncomfortable throughout the first and second month, you will slowly also find different activities that you find fun. Whether that's, board games, as I said, reading, writing, socializing, a sport, whatever it is, you'll find your way, but you have to take that first step and dare to be uncomfortable the first 2 months. As I said, your brain is very plastic. It will take time to adapt. But once you take this journey and dare to have those offline days, you will get used to being offline. And the box, everything that was previously boring, if we have, 3 boxes, let's call them the hyper-stimulating box, the normal the stimulating box and the boring box, and that which is boring now in the boring box, which is, which is things like taking a walk through the forest, or socializing, or playing chess, or writing something, that will move to the stimulating box. So when you get used to being offline, the three different categories will move upwards. The three boxes: the hyper-stimulating, internet will become super fun and hyper-stimulating, entertainment will become entertaining again, the boring things, they will become stimulating. So it takes time. I tell those who ask me that, yes, it takes time, but you have to do it. You have to start. It doesn't take as much time as you would think, though. 1 or 2 months. After the second month, I can promise you that it becomes easier. So have those offline days. Have 12 hours that you spend wisely throughout the week, whenever you want. Or I have the bank account approach, which I have another video on. Spend those 12 hours whenever you want, chip them off through a timer. Then you have, the every other day approach, offline every other day, 3 hours every other day. Then you have the 2 hours that you can spend, or 1 hour and 47 minutes that you can spend evenly throughout the week, 12 hours divided on 7. I recommend offline days though. And then you have a scheduled approach where you basically have delegated days specifically for those 3 hours that you give yourself. I say 3 hours. You can do it however you want, but I say 3 hours because I also want to be able to spend more time on the internet with entertainment when I choose to do that. So yeah, that's all. I hope you comment, subscribe, like. Your support means a lot to me. I need it. And if you find more stuff like this valuable, practical guide on digital balance and spirituality talk, soul talk as I call it, subscribe and support me. I appreciate it. Comment below. This is Niket Sharma from Digital Balance, I guess. Okay, peace.